Yo. And we are live. We're live. Man, welcome to the alternate timeline. This is pure escapism. And this right here is my dojo. Check me out. What you see behind me, this is where I live. I just like to give people a minute for, get your mind right. Join the escape. Relax your mind. Take your time. Catch the vibe. You know what I'm talking about. While I get some of this thing ready. Oh man, let's get into it. Can we get hype real quick? Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness next week. Next week. That's what I'm talking about. Multiverse of Madness. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be madness next week, people. Cannot wait. All right. Welcome to the show. Let me make sure I got a little music in the background. My name is Dennis Smith. I'm your host here. Welcome. Thank you for joining in. But yeah, so CinemaCon happened. Been happening the past couple days. And we've had some news to come out of CinemaCon, and I just wanted to discuss some of the things. You know, they've had different studios, couple franchises present what their upcoming plans were. Even showed some 15-20 minute clips of some upcoming movies. So exciting news to come out in this nerdy world. And I'm just gonna go over them. I'm just gonna go over what we saw. Also, for any of my sports people out there, happy NFL draft. Happy NFL draft night, big time. If you really want to know, if you must know, Minnesota Viking fan, I bleed purple. Hopefully they make me happy tonight. We'll see. But very excited for the NFL draft tonight. Yes, sir. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's right off the bat. Let's get into the Disney segment, Marvel segment. You know, Marvel was there, Sony was there, a couple other people were there. Yeah, let's get right into it. Disney showed about 70 minutes of footage from their upcoming slate. The Black Panther Wakanda Forever footage included a great shot of Nakia, Shuri, and Okoye, all on the front line of what looked like a major battle approaching. So this is from Eric Davis on Twitter. Apparently he was there during this segment. But yeah, that's big news. We've heard a lot about I've heard some things come out about Wakanda Forever, and the battle, the front line battle here has to be with the Atlanteans. The Atlanteans and the Wakandans have a long history. They have a long rivalry history going on, and sorry, I should probably say spoiler warning a little bit of spoilers, but yeah, it's gotta be the Atlanteans, and Namor the Submariner. He's coming. Let's just say he's in the movie. He's rumored to be in the movie. He is coming. Let's give you guys a little bit of rundown on Namor, because he's kind of a big deal. Matter of fact, let me just put it on my phone. One second. So yeah, Namor. Turn the music down a little bit. So who is Namor? This is from MovieWeb. They're pretty reputable. Let's see. He's set up to be the primary antagonist of the Black Panther sequel. Character is prominent in the Marvel comics as Black Panther himself. He's also more of a complicated individual. He's one of Marvel's most notable anti-heroes, who has both aided and fought with the Avengers on multiple disputes. He's a complicated person. He's very arrogant. He's very arrogant. He should be a fun person to see on screen if it's done right, for sure. Namor, sea-dwelling Atlantean, introduced in the very first issue of Marvel Comics back in 1939 as one of Marvel's first superheroes. He's half human, half Atlantean, to be precise. I'm gonna tell Namor's human flesh. Human flesh color comes from his father, Commander Leonard Mackenzie, who led a vessel to conduct deep sea experiments that resulted in the loss of many Atlantean lives. That's where his hate for humans comes from. Namor's mother, Princess Finn, infiltrated Mackenzie's ship to stop his experiments, but inexplicably fell in love with the commander. Namor was the child conceived from that affair. So he also he's earned the first he's the distinction of being the first mutant. So that's kind of cool too. He's gonna be the first mutant that we see, which, by the way, we're getting mutants for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, as you know. His abilities include super strength, aquatic telepathy, and the ability to control water flow. So or aquakinesis, that's what it's called. Haven't been in one of the Avengers, been in X-Men. So he's got a lot of history. He's not exactly by the book. So yeah, he's rumored to be the antagonist of the Wakanda Forever movie, which is awesome. I know, yeah, him and T'Challa go back and forth. They fight a lot. They've also teamed up a little bit without their people knowing. I think both of them are part of maybe not the MCU's Illuminati, but in the comics, I'm pretty sure both of them are part of the Illuminati in the comics. So yeah, that's a little bit about Namor, and that's exciting to hear. It's exciting that Black Panther or Wakanda Forever is going to be pushing the story forward. I know, the tragic loss that we had with our guy, with the homie. But it is exciting that they're still pushing forward with an actual with a story, instead of just like a whole, a thing centered around, the whole tragic passing. So we will be getting some cool stuff in that movie. As far as T'Challa goes, Black Panther mantle goes, this is my first time really talking about Black Panther and Chadwick Boseman and all that. I've looked into it a little bit. I tend to agree with some YouTubers that I watch and some other people that have done some research about it. I know Marvel came out right after the passing and said that, in honor of Chadwick, they weren't going to recast the character. They're basically just gonna put it to rest, right? But after looking into some of these people that have done research about it, I kind of side with them on that. T'Challa, in my opinion, needs to live on. He's a really important character with a lot of history, and I think somebody I saw went back and looked at a lot of what his family said, what he's said in interviews, up to the death, and what they gathered is that he would have wanted T'Challa to live on as well. And the family has always has said too, like, he takes on roles of characters that he doesn't want you to see him as the character. He wants you to see the character. Like the Jackie Robinson role, like the Black Panther and T'Challa. Like, he never wanted to be pegged as like, I could only envision this guy being the Black Panther. He wanted people to see the character and focus on the character. That's why he chose characters like that. So I want to say I'm pretty sure, but an educated guess would be that he would want T'Challa to live on for people to still see that character. That's all I'm going to really say about that. We'll see what Marvel chooses to do. They still got some time to do some things, but that's kind of where I stand on that. So yeah, I think people at CinemaCon got a like 20-minute, 15-minute view of Black Panther, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What else happened? Kevin Feige, the man. That's the man right there. One of the cool things was that after CinemaCon, he said he was going to a Marvel creative retreat where they have the next decade of Marvel movies lined up. So basically, they're about to go develop the next decade of the MCU. And that's why Kevin Feige's goated. I mean, that's why he's at the top of the game. That's why a lot of studios want a Kevin Feige. That's why a lot of studios, a lot of franchises are creating their own cinematic universe. I feel like every time I see something is in development, like, I don't even know off the top of my head, something's in development, it's always backed. They always come back with, oh, we also want to create a cinematic universe around this. That's kind of the move. I think it's kind of like what Sonic is doing. They're creating their own universe. And that's also what DC wants to do with their new. I mean, Discovery just bought them, which I'm excited for. Hopefully, I can get more into DC that way. And of course, they said, I think it came out like they want their own Kevin Feige to have the vision to see everything and have the continuity, put it all together that way. I mean, even like Game of Thrones like wants their own cinematic universe, right? But yeah, back to Discovery. On Discovery and DC for a minute, if they can accomplish that, that would be lovely, because I know there's a lot of Zack Snyder fans out there, like hardcore Zack Snyder fans out there, but I and just going off of Justice League, which was a cool movie by itself, that was like their big end all movie, I guess. But if I'm being honest, I think the problem with DC, like compared to the MCU, is me personally, I could care less about the characters. That's like, I don't have that attachment to the characters like I did with some of the Marvel characters. So like, say for example in Justice League, Cyborg or Wonder Woman or somebody got killed off, like somebody dies. That would have sucked, but I wouldn't have batted an eye, really. Like, whereas, because in my opinion, they didn't build these characters up like over time. It was just all like placed in one movie, or all there's maybe there's a couple movies out there, like there's 2 Wonder Woman movies, Superman movie. I'm a Superman fan, by the way, definitely am. Couple movies, but Batman vs Superman, but really just that Justice League movie. It didn't really, I didn't feel anything for those characters. So like in Marvel, where like say at the end where Black Widow dies, or Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man dies at the end, like you felt something because you were with those characters, you saw those characters like for a long time, and they built them up, so we got used to them, and you felt an attachment for them. You've seen them go through a lot of things, a lot of ups and downs, which like in the DC universe it just wasn't the case. So I didn't really care like about the characters that much. That was my big problem. But if they could hopefully figure out a way to build out a universe that makes sense and they do it well, and I don't even mind the side projects, like the trilogy of like the Batman, like the Joker, like they're all in like separate universes. That's fine. That's cool. I can do the one-offs, but if they can build their own like universe with continuity, that would be lovely. That would be lovely. That'd be dope. I'm with that. What else do we got here from CinemaCon? Of course, the big one was Avatar 2. What do we think of that? What do we think of that? Avatar 2, titled The Way of the Water. Releases December 16th in theaters. What do we think of that? We excited? We excited about that? I think did they see the first 15 minutes of Avatar 2? I think they did. But yeah, I mean, Avatar is a big one. I mean, that's gonna be a big one. Apparently they're re-releasing the first one as well before, which whatever, but Excuse me. Um, yeah, it's a big one. That's a big movie. The first one was huge, obviously. We know the box scores, or the box scores. Thinking sports already. The box office numbers behind it. Um, I remember one of my good friends walked out of the Avatar movie, said it was life changing for him. That's how big of a movie that was. Like that was a life changing movie to him. Uh, I won't go that far, but you know, I understand. I understand the appeal for sure. Definitely going to be interested. Definitely will check it out. Definitely, probably will talk about it. Probably going to talk about it. So yeah, Avatar was a big one. That's exciting. Also the big thing is that it will be, the trailer will be released exclusively in theaters with Multiverse of Madness next week. Multiverse of Madness next week. So yeah, like not like Multiverse of Madness needed any more help, but I mean, wow. Exclusively with that movie, we will be seeing the Avatar 2 trailer. I'm gonna be seeing that trailer next week. That's crazy. We'll talk about Doctor Strange in a little bit. We'll save that for the end. Save that for the end. Another thing, I don't know if this came out during CinemaCon, but I did want to touch on this because I'm starting to get a little excited. Starting to get a little excited about the Halloween special, Werewolf by Night. Starting to get excited about Werewolf by Night. It came out that Laura Donnelly will reportedly be playing Monster Hunter Elsa Bloodstone in Marvel Studios' upcoming Halloween special. It's also reported, I'm pretty sure, that Blade he might be making a an entrance in Werewolf by Night. Man Thing will reportedly make his debut in that special. So this is awesome, man. I'm super excited for the Supernatural to get to the MCU. That's where things are headed. We saw Blade in Eternals, or we didn't see him, but we heard his voice. Dane Whitman, Black Knight. We have Moon Knight going already. So adding these characters as well, man, that's going to be insane. I have not read any Elsa Bloodstone comics yet, but I actually know her from, I don't know her, but I know her from Marvel's Ultimate Alliance game. I used to play that game a little bit, and I know her from that, and she was like pretty badass in that. She was pretty badass in that game. She knew how to work that rifle, so I'm interested to see how that goes. Let me see if I can find any more information on Elsa. Let's see. MCU has recently begun to put an increasing push. This is from MCU Direct, by the way. Also pretty reputable. I like them. They have a lot of good content. The MCU has recently begun to put an increasing push on the supernatural side of Marvel. Moon Knight first opened the doors to this new branch that will soon be further explored in Blade and Werewolf by Night Halloween special on Disney Plus. So this will be a show. Despite currently filming, has still yet to receive an official announcement, which is kind of weird. Wish you would think they would announce it, but we know that they've done the casting. We know that they are filming. Apparently it's like the worst kept secret in MCU at the moment. as reputable outlets have revealed casting, filming details, and a 2022 release date. So that is on its way. Still, Marvel Studios has yet to properly announce project. Werewolf by Night will star Latino actor Gael Garcia Bernal. In the role, he will be playing the Jack Russell character. And this is interesting here. So Russell's werewolf origins stem from a curse that originated from the Dark Hold. Sound familiar, people? I think we've heard of that book before, right? The Dark Hold. Kind of a big time book going around right now, right? Everybody renting that out from their local libraries, I'm sure. Getting corrupted by a chaos magic. Yeah. So he stems from the Dark Hold. That's interesting. That it's connecting the supernatural. I'm loving the horror vibes that Marvel's going with right now. Love it. We'll be joined by actress Laura Donnelly, who was previously reported playing so-and-so, better known as Vampire by Night, but she will be playing Elsa Bloodstone. Who is Elsa Bloodstone? Like her father is a monster hunter in the Marvel Universe, who is often compared to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Wow, that brings me back, man. I got memories. Me and my aunt used to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer back in the day. Back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Her powers include superhuman strength, speed, durability, endurance, healing, and immunity to vampire bites. That makes sense. Probably should be immune to some supernatural stuff. I did not know that she had superhuman strength and speed like that, though. Ain't tell me that in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Ain't tell me that. Ain't tell me that. So yeah, Bloodstone marks the latest in a long line of supernatural Marvel heroes who have joined the MCU recently. Elsa has often served as a member of the Midnight Suns, man. See how they putting the Midnight Suns together. Oh my god. Oh my god. A supernatural team the Marvel Studios appears to be preparing to introduce in the near future, with characters like Blade and Moon Knight being other common members. With Elsa Bloodstone being a famous monster hunter, she could play an antagonistic role to Werewolf by Night, which makes sense, as she hunts down the monster. But this Disney Plus special probably won't be the last time we see her too, so that's good news. She'll make an appearance in probably other supernatural projects, such as Blade. But yeah, Werewolf by Night is expected to premiere on Disney Plus this Halloween. How we feel about that? I don't know about y'all, I'm getting more and more excited about this Werewolf by Night Halloween special. I mean, Man-Thing, supposedly Blade, now Elsa the Bloodstone. Elsa Bloodstone. That's kind of a roster right there. I'm gonna have to do some more research too, because I need to start reading some of those comics that involve those characters. Man, that's interesting. I like that. All right. And then the last thing I wanted to go over, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. People, I am dumb excited about this. Dumb excited. I mean, next week. I'm getting my brother to come down. I got my brother to come down. So let's back up. So I am back in Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, not the dojo from earlier, but that's my escape mentally. But back in Cincinnati, Ohio, I was in New York City for 5 years, and I just got back last month. So I've been watching all of these movies in New York City, and that is an incredible experience. One of my good buddies in New York, he was my movie buddy, right? And we went to the Regal Cinema in Union Square. Man, like I've seen all the big time movies come out there. So like Spider-Man No Way Home, Avengers Endgame, Infinity War. Like Infinity War and Endgame had lines outside the theater, like wrapped around the theater. It's crazy. People dressed up. Like those experiences will never be topped, I'm pretty sure. Like I have a Regal Cinema that I'm going to see Doctor Strange. It's like literally down the street here in Cincy. But I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna be the same. I'm going to miss like being surrounded by like the most nerdy people of all time. Like I think that I'm a nerd. I'm not even close. I'm not even close to what, to my left and to my right in those theaters. They're like, man, they're really into it, hardcore. It's still a great time to be a nerd, but those were peak right there. That was peak. So I'll never forget that. I'll probably go back every once in a while to watch a big time movie in that theater. But yeah, I'm back in Cincinnati. My brother is in Columbus, Ohio. It's about an hour and some change drive. He's doing a nursing thing, but he just got his schedule for May. And man, I saw that he was off May 5th and 6th, I think. I'm like, bro, if you don't come down for this, and let me tell you about him. You know those Wanda stands? You know those Scarlet Witch stands on Twitter? If you're on Twitter, you know about them. They're hardcore, right? Like almost like Nicki Minaj stands. Like the same, I think it's like the same group. I'm pretty sure. But man, he's the leader. He's the leader of those stands. He the cult leader. I'm not even kidding. He's the leader. My man stands Wanda Maximoff. Elizabeth Olsen, Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, Stan. No joke. As soon as I told him I got him his ticket, he was like, got my tickets secured to go see mom. He refers to her as mom. So very excited. It'll be me, my dad, and my brother. My dad is basically caught up. We're gonna watch Spider-Man No Way Home next week before we watch. I mean, I've seen it already, but my dad, he's literally at Spider-Man No Way Home. So I'll have him watch that next week. And then he'll be ready. He'll be ready for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I mean, nobody's really ready for that movie, but he'll be ready. My brother will be coming down. I'm super excited for Multiverse of Madness. That's gonna be a big time movie. They gonna do their thing. So yeah, very excited. I did want to go over some of the trailers. Some of the trailers. Is that cool with you guys? Some of the trailers that's dropped, the TV spots that they've dropped over the past like 2 or 3 days. Haven't been able to get to them. on a stream. So I kind of wanted to go over them with you guys because they keep showing more stuff. They keep showing more stuff. Let me see if I can get this to. Give me 1 second. Cool. So this is from Twitter, but so the quality is not gonna be great, but did want to go over this with you all.
Strange. It's time. In 10 days, nothing can prepare you for the truth. Everything you've ever known led you to this moment.
Stephen Strange. The Illuminati will see you now.
The Illuminati will see you now.
Marvel Studios,
I mean,
Doctor Strange, rated PG-13. See it in
I mean, for them to just come out and say the Illuminati is here to see you, which, I mean, we knew it was the Illuminati, but just that confirmation is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I don't think I need to go over who the Illuminati is, but it's a multiversal team that watched the multiverse, and we know for a fact Professor X is the main guy. I'm not going to go over who the other members are. There are leaks and rumors out there. I mean, there's pretty good leaks out there that will tell you who those members are if you're really that interested, but I'm not gonna go over. I don't want to spoil that. But yeah, like,
Strange. It's time. In 10 days.
I mean, America Chavez, the Star Portals. I mean, that's a crazy shot right there. So it's like something's happening with her. We don't know, but then we see Strange basically like tackle her into one of her portals, and it looks like the portal has like multiple. You see how it has multiple stars right there. This is probably the scene where they're going through multiple universes, and you see like the block Strange. You got the Strange. He's looking all deformed with the blocks on his head and stuff, and he's screaming and stuff because he's probably just not used to that. That's probably what this scene is, man. But like, what a cool power, right? She's gonna be pretty cool. And they're really just kind of giving us the Young Avengers on the side of this and like the Disney Plus shows and stuff. But that's another video. But yeah, I mean, like, super dope.
10 days. Nothing can prepare you.
I mean, Wanda looks incredible in like almost every shot. She's gonna be great in this.
For the truth.
I think I was seeing somebody break that scene down where Wanda sees the mirrors pointing at her, and apparently it's like a scene like straight out of the comics. That's awesome. For
the truth. Everything you.
She's looking good with the tiara. This Strange right here. We don't know if this is a variant because he's got that like patch on the back. I don't think our Strange has that, and that's also a Christine variant, I think. I'd be surprised if these are our Strange and Christine.
You've ever known led you to this moment.
Yo, the Ultron bots. The Ultron bots are going to be cool. Are we gonna see a superior Iron Man? What do you guys think? Are we going to see Tom Cruise's Iron Man or not? I know that's the rumor. Are we gonna see Tom Cruise's Iron Man or not? All we know is that he left Mission Impossible for a couple of days went to what, Atlanta, to film something secret. It was also reported by, I believe, Grace Randolph that Tom Cruise will be a part of the MCU. We just don't know what for yet. I believe that was a report out there. But yeah, man, the Ultron bots, like that basically means there is a superior Iron Man, right? Like it's gotta mean that. You put a coat of armor around the multiverse or around the world or whatever, like you want it to.
Stephen Strange. The Illuminati will see you now.
The Illuminati. Let's see.
Marvel Studios, Doctor Strange, rated PG-13, see it in premium large format in IMAX.
Are we ready for the visuals on that? Are we ready for that? Are we ready for that? And here's another one. I think we have TU. Just open that up. Yeah, this one's kind of interesting too.
This universe is only one of an infinite number. Mr.
Right there, that's the ancient one. She's been integral, I feel like, to a lot of what's going on and a lot of what's about to happen, man. She knew a lot, obviously. Like she knew about drawing energy, drawing power from other multiverses, other universes. Like she knew a lot. She's pretty integral to, like, I like that they're keeping her, at least keeping her voice around. Like, I like that.
This universe is only one of an infinite number. Mr. Strange.
Ah, okay. Let's all right. Let me just finish it. Let's finish it. Let's finish it. But we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
Mr. Strange.
We're gonna talk about this right there. I mean, they going in. They going in. I was hooked from the very first trailer they dropped. Got that, it was like the scary music. But they going in with these TV spots. So
Mr. Strange.
Right. Well, this we already know. I mean, this was like big discussion online of who that could possibly be. A lot of people were saying that it was Iron Man. I never thought it was a superior Iron Man. I never thought it was Tom Cruise Iron Man, even though like the facial like features or whatever may look like this. This is a person. This is a woman that's got hips, man. Like if you don't see the hips on this woman, like that is clearly Rambo. I think it's Marie Rambeau was the mom. It's the mother. It's the mother. So yeah, it's definitely her, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think Tom Cruise got hips like that. I know dude can move. He be doing his own stunts. Dude can move. I don't think he got hips like that. Right there, we see America Chavez do her thing. She punches the star portal open. They're falling through, and what do we see here? Right there on your left hand side, that looks like a face with one of those towels over it. People, that's the Living Tribunals. That is the Living Tribunals. That is a big time entity in Marvel. Let's give you guys a living tribunal. See you there. So yeah, the living tribunals. Just want to give you guys like a little rundown on who this is. And this also appears in the Loki show. At least their head, at least a statue of their head appears in the Loki show in the Void, which was also crazy. Like when we saw that, it was like, oh, that's the Living Tribunal. They gave us so many Easter eggs in that Void, which was awesome. But like now seeing the Living Tribunal, as we're probably going through portals, probably just like see them, which is cool. So who is the Living Tribunal? The Living Tribunal existed in the comics as a safeguard to the multiverse. So this makes a lot of sense, acting as a force of balance and ensuring that no one universe gained more power than another. The way it did this was existing in every universe simultaneously, which meant that the Living Tribunal doesn't have any variance, at least in the comics. So, yeah. He's a big deal. In the comics, the first being that it encountered in the Prime Universe, Earth 616, was Doctor Strange himself. So it'd be more appropriate than the Living Tribunal's first appearance. So that makes sense. The first appearance is here in the MCU in the Doctor Strange sequel. After all, it is the Multiverse of Madness. We will see whether or not he interferes or not, but I mean, that is pretty amazing, man, to put the Living Tribunal in there. Vastly powerful humanoid cosmic entity who existed long in the universe, who's existed as long as the universe itself. Safeguard the multiverse. But he's up there in terms of power. Like, I believe it's like more than Celestials. I think it's a debate. I don't know if it's, I think it's more than Celestials, but like it's like the person at the end of time, and then you got like the Beyonders. I think, don't quote me on that, but like Beyonders and like the Living Tribunals, like he's a big deal. But yeah, that's huge. Got that scene again. Gargantos is in there. Yeah, I'm hyped for it. Needless to say, I'm very excited for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I really want to say about Multiverse of Madness. I don't want to say too much more. I feel like I've exhausted all the theories and things to expect. I'm just gonna watch it now. I'm at the point where like I'm done talking about it. I'm just gonna watch it and enjoy it. Enjoy these cameos that appear. X-Men and the mutants are coming. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do that. Wanda about to be going crazy. Is Scarlet Witch the bad guy? That's what all the scoopers are saying. Scarlet Witch is the bad guy. I believe she is going to be wrecking things. She's going to be effing some stuff up. That's the clean version, the edited version. She's going to be effing some stuff up. But I think she's also, I do think there's a bigger thing at play. Darkhold is a book that's been created by Chthon. There's so many different ways I've seen people say it, but I'm gonna go with Chthon. I know he's got like his magic embedded into it, imbued into it, but yeah, I think there's something bigger going on. Like maybe it's Chthon, maybe it's somebody else. Mephisto confirmed. Maybe Nightmare. I've seen a lot of people say Nightmare could be really involved, but I think there's somebody or something, another entity out there that is corrupting Wanda, because we know damn well she ain't had those kids. So for her kids to like show up, it's got to be something else projecting that, right? It's got to be another type of magic, because they just show up and she's not responsible for it, unless it's a variant. But if they just show up and she's not responsible for it, I gotta be like, almost similar to like what they did in what is the movie? What's the movie? I'm blanking right now. With Simu Lee. Wow, I'm blanking on it right now. Give me 1 second. I don't know why I'm blanking on that movie, but the Dweller in Darkness, the dragon at the end, Shang-Chi, the Legend of Ten Rings. The Dweller in Darkness, like in that other realm that they were in, that was a part of the Ta Lo, where the Dweller in Darkness was able to get into the head of the Mandarin, Shang-Chi's dad, and kind of lead him astray, lead him down the dark path. It could be something similar to that Wanda is experiencing. So I'm thinking that's the case, because I don't think she's the end all, right? And she's such an interesting character. She's got so much like unstableness going on, like even from the comics. Like she's just like unstable because she has so much power in the way her powers work. Like she can do things without even knowing, really, like subconsciously. And yeah, I just think there's something that's like in there. I think there's something going on that is being projected by something or somebody else. So that's kind of my 2 cents on it, but we'll see. We will see. But that's all I got for this video. Actually, there's one more thing, because before I started this stream, they done dropped the new trailer for Jurassic World Dominion, and I thought I might as well watch it with you guys. I can't offer any inside stuff on this, but it's a movie I'm gonna go see, and we might as well see what it's looking like.
Blue had a baby. That's impossible.
Hey, girl.
You look just like your mother.
I promise you, I am gonna get her back.
Genetic power has now been unleashed.
We made a terrible mistake.
But they always make a mistake, right?
Doomsday clock might be about out of time.
Damn. Damn.
If our world's
It is clothesline a raptor.
This is what we do now.
I could use your expertise.
You coming or what?
A baby raptor? I made a promise we would bring her home.
You made a promise to a dinosaur.
Hmm?
Yeah. What?
Everybody hold on to somebody. That can't be right.
Hell no, I started swimming.
What is that?
Biggest carnivore the world has ever seen.
Run!
See? Not so bad.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I am with it. Yo, the feathered raptor started swimming. Oh, that's panic. It'd have been panic all over my face. Panic. Are we gonna start swimming now? Gonna start tracking me from underneath the water? Looks dope. Looks dope. We'll be catching that. But yeah, man, that's all I got for you guys today in this nerdy world. I'm sure there will be more to come out. We will talk. I mean, it's just gonna be straight up hype till Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness comes out. I won't do too much more talking about it, but we'll continue to get hype about it. As more comes out, as it comes closer. I'm sure there'll be reviews that come out. We'll probably go over that a little bit. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for joining me on this escape. You saw my dojo. Always just take a minute. You know, let's do that on the outro too. Let's get back to the dojo real quick. Let's get back to the dojo. Just take a minute as we unwind here. It's always good to just take a step back in life, you know? Take a step back. Relax your mind. Like I said, enjoy that NFL draft, all my sports fans out there. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Anybody that's watching, appreciate you guys. Hit that like button. Super smash that like button. That's my thing. Super smash, bros. Super smash that like button. I do want to apologize for the chat. I'm still working on things with the chat, and figuring out how to control it, and I'm doing my research on that. I will have that up because, like I said before in my intro video, it is important for me that people have a voice here. I want discussion here. I want to hang with the people. I want to talk to the people, get other people's views, opinions. You know, maybe they know some leaks and stuff, or maybe they know some news that I don't. You know, eventually, you know, I'll experiment with more and maybe get people on a call. Maybe do some call-ins. If I'm comfortable with that, do some call-ins, man, because I really want people to be heard. I want people that you know, maybe you're shy, maybe whatever the case is, but like maybe you're not streaming or whatever, but like if you want to get your voice out there, get your knowledge out there, drop that knowledge, I'm going to welcome that. I'm gonna figure out how to do this. I appreciate it. Stick with me. Promise it's gonna be fun. We're gonna hang out. But thank you. Super smash that like button. Subscribe to hang out. Join me on this journey. The Great Escape. It's the Great Escape. I think my brother wants to play Super Smash Bros. Right now, so I'm gonna get off. One of these days, I'm gonna Twitch stream that. Once I figure that stuff out, we're gonna go on Twitch. Gonna get it popping on Super Smash Bros. You can watch us play. And other games. I'll figure out some other games too that I'm gonna play on a Twitch stream. Yeah, man, subscribe. And thank you again. My name is Dennis Smith. This is the alternate timeline. This is pure escapism. You guys have a great night, a great day. And I will see you in the next video. See you.